well since I had the camera set up and baby's sleeping like a little angel. So I had this idea a couple of weeks ago that I would show you the entire process of me coming up with a collection, both with the idea, drawing, with the finishing of making the patterns, and then I thought that would be interesting, right? My idea that I've had in my head for a while is to do a collection inspired by the 1700s. That is a time period that I've been especially obsessed with and interested in for years now. It's also one of the reasons why I really like Europe and wanted to move to Europe to be closer to all these historic buildings. I did a summer in Paris for my last credits in college, and that also sparked this thing. And that was also the year that Marie Antoinette came out by Sofia Coppola, and I was so obsessed with that movie, and I love the style of mixing all the pastels with like a little contemporary music and indie rocker kind of thing. Oh, I thought that was so cool. So I finally want to sit down and put all these ideas and things that I love about that period onto paper in my own style. And it's going to be fun to show you, I guess. I haven't thought through anything really yet, so I'm going to start searching for inspiration first, and I'm going to make some sketches. I have a little piece of paper here ready to make some sketches. I never sketch, but you know, I need to have something to show you guys. So yeah, this should be interesting to see both. Yeah, just so you get more inside of my head how this all works. I can't communicate, so let's just watch. To start off with, I would want to look through my history books. If you saw my favorite books video a couple weeks ago, then you would have seen these ones by Herman Lindqvist, and they're both from about King and Queen from the 1700s. I think actually this one he's a little bit earlier, but you know, kind of. So I would browse through to get a few more ideas, especially from Madame de Pompadour, because she had very girly French style rococo, all the frills and stuff like that. So I have actually saved a couple of, my computer's going to sleep, tabs that I can look at for inspiration. There's pictures of paintings with portraits, you know, with all the frills. That could be something that I could add into something. Definitely. More frills and flowers and frills. So that could be interesting to do a whole pattern with frills and flowers that just mush together, kind of look like lace or something. I'm not sure, that's an idea. More frills and flowers, it's like, that's it. Old ceramics, that could be something. Just pretty nice color palette as well. So there are some ideas that I have initially, and I'm just going to keep shoving more inspiration into my head, and then somehow stuff will start to, that's the hardest part to explain. You just take in tons of different colors and images and patterns and pictures, and then all of a sudden they just mush together, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I have to do a pattern with this specific color. That's how something can start for me. I'll be like, I need to do something in mint green. What can I draw in mint green that would look nice? Or I think like, oh, I need to do bows and frills and flowers. I think that would be cool. And then I draw that, and then the color palette comes to me afterwards. Or I see it's like ceramics that I want to do that kind of pattern. And I'll create something in my style. I'll mesh together different traditional 1700s patterns. I hope that I can find some examples of 1700s wallpaper that I could take inspiration of. So the next step, after I've looked through my little books, I'm going to go to Pinterest because that's where I honestly get the most inspiration at the moment. So yeah, let's start pinning stuff. Okay, so here we are in Pinterest, my favorite thing ever. And I'm just going to, scroll. I have previously saved tons of patterns in my pattern folder. So I'm going to look at that just to see if anything jumps out at me that seems 1700s. Who knows? That's like my biggest one. 418 patterns to be inspired by, which is cool. I definitely want to do a viney floral. That's definite. And now I want something inspired by ceramics. Let me write this down. This is important stuff. And I want to do one that's a viney floral. Because I want to do viney floral. I'm not in focus, but it doesn't matter. You can look at my inspiration here. Like something like this. Can't see that. Dang it. Or that one, another one that came up with me. So come up with new stuff. But I want to do something kind of like chinoiserie, because that was very big in 1700s. Something like that. I was at a friend's house the other day, and she had an attic room for a guest, and they had the most beautiful wallpaper. It was so classic and sophisticated, and it was like vines of flowers, and it was just like a light palette of cream in the background and green leaves. It was so pretty. So I've had that stuck in my head, so I'm gonna recreate it with my own ideas, obviously. So that's something I want to do. A viney floral. I want to do, let's say, roses and frills, because I want to mimic all those fluffy rococo dresses and all the flowers in the background. So something like that. I have no idea how that's going to look, but in my head it looks awesome. Maybe something to do with porcelain. Like those blue and white vase jars, that's also kind of chinoiserie. I think I spelled porcelain wrong, whatever. What else? So that's 3 ideas so far, and then once you do those, then maybe other ideas will come from it. I think these were going to be my 3 big designs, and then I always had struggled to make really simple designs, but it's a stupid small problem to have. So let's start scrolling, finding stuff. So at least that's a good little inspiration to start with. Don't you think, Stark? Get inspired by lots of stuff. Yeah, you're the cutest. So sleepy, so sweet. So now that I've gathered, I'll do some multitasking. That's like the initial inspiration that I've gathered. He's like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Anyways, that's the initial inspiration that I've gathered. So then I'll go through the images again, and then I'll pick out what I'm inspired by. Some of the pictures I was inspired by just the color palette, or like a tiny little detail in a flower, or the actual like structure of the pattern that I would recreate. So that's what I would do. Woohoo! What would you do? Huh? Yeah. Show off your big belly. Huh? Oh no. Okay, so that's it for this inspiration gathering video. I hope that it was kind of interesting, and I can't wait to show you the next process, which is starting my sketching and how I build patterns, because that's obviously a little bit more interesting. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to show you the rest of this series. I have no idea how long this is going to take, because I'm building these illustrations from scratch. I haven't even started, really. This is the first day I'm seriously starting on this project, so it'll be fun to keep you updated. Thanks so much for watching again, and I hope to see you in Internet Land.